Hey YouTube, welcome back to UK. It's a video. It is a video for 2020. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all that stuff that I never got to say. Well, I never got to say, didn't bother saying. Yeah, so channel update. What's been going on? Where have I been? What I've been doing? Not a great fucking deal. And that's the long and short of it, really. When's the last time I did a video? End of October, I think, maybe beginning of November, I can't remember. It's somewhere in and around there. Yeah, I had some stuff going on at home, family sort of stuff and whatnot, and then it got to the point really where I kind of didn't really have much to say, and I've always been a big advocate of if you ain't got anything to say, then don't say anything at all. Don't force videos. If you're not in the mood, just don't bother. And that's kind of the groove that I was in anyway. That compounded with a sort of feeling or a sense, or I don't know, almost like feeling that almost like YouTube had ran its course. Not only for myself, but I think as a platform, I think it's really losing and or has probably lost its way. I don't know, some of the new guys who've just started probably wouldn't want to hear that. But I say I've been on here, nearly a decade. Well, I've been actually watching YouTube for over a decade. This has been my 9th year, essentially, in terms of like actually making any sort of content. Yeah, and it's not how it used to be, which is a real shame. I mentioned this to a few other people and stuff. I have a very romantic view of YouTube. In that it used to be a hobbyist channel. It was, I created this channel, and this is just purely my own views, my own opinions. This is not fucking fact or anything like that. So I'm not interested in anyone else's, if they're going to challenge it or whatever. This is just how I feel and how I felt about YouTube for well over a year. I mean, this is going back to the beginning of last year. This kind of rumblings, and just a sort of sense, not a sense of foreboding per se, but just the direction it's going in. And you know what? I've spoke to a few people because I've reached out and sort of said, where you been, this, that, and the other. And I kind of mentioned it to them. And the amount of people that have basically turned around and said, yeah, I agree with you. Because I thought I was a bit in the minority. And a lot of my views would probably come across as, especially to certain people, oh, it's jealousy, it's this, it's that. And it's nothing to do with that. If anybody's ever watched me for any amount of time over these years, I've never been about fucking growing the channel, being this big. I started the channel, I think I even might have said it in my introduction, just to be part of a community, meet like-minded people and share the journey. That's all this is. It's a journeyman's channel. It's not about fucking getting rich. It's not about being massive, this, that and the other, because that was never the intention. I'm not interested in that. I put very little effort into the videos on purpose, because it's not. The videos are just a means to an end, to reach out and meet people. And you know what? That's what they've done, exactly what they were intended to do. I've probably got some of the best friends and people that are would class as really good mates than I probably had for the majority of my life, from YouTube and from the actual proper community, not the fake community. And them that know will know. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's like I say, it's a bit of a not open heart surgery per se, but it's just me being honest, and that's, like I say, the big crux of it for me not making videos was that, like I say, compounded with the fact that there's nothing really to say per se. Obviously in the winter and stuff, this room isn't really conducive for making videos. I said that before, it's either too cold or too hot, but when it's too cold it's dark. It's like 12 o'clock now, so you've got a bit of light, and actually, fortuitously enough, it's not overcast. But you've seen my videos from previous years. Even in the afternoon, if you put the start button heat, you get this weird orange glow, and they don't look good. I mean, I say, look, I don't put any great effort into it. I don't edit the fucking hell out of it. I don't script anything. It's this channel. My videos are not intended for that audience. I'm not about making money. I'm not about fucking ask you to pay me to keep the channel running and pay me to buy equipment and all that kind of shit. That's not what this is for. It's not a fucking job. It's not a fucking way of life. It's just a hobby. And if YouTube didn't exist, the hobby would still continue. I would have met, or would probably meet, less people, which is a shame. But yeah, it wouldn't stop. It's not the be all and all and end all for me. It's just a hobby. It's just it's just a vehicle to be part of the community and share part of that. And I like to think I do that. Contrary to popular belief or some other people's views. That's where we're at, and I say that's really the biggest crux of why I haven't been on there. I mean, I could have done videos. I could have done. Eddie asked me to do a PlayStation 1 collection. I don't think I've shown that. There could have been stuff I could have done, but it would have been forced. My heart wasn't in it. Like I say, with everything, all three things milling about, it was just, you know what, not feeling it. And if you're not feeling it, don't force it. Anyway, that being said, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Halloween, whatever else I've missed. Probably be Easter by the time anyone watches this. Oh dear me. But yeah, I picked up a few bits. Nothing amazing. God, something's going back to... When was it? No, it was October. Was it October? I think it was late October. We went to Birmingham Comic Con. I did actually shoot a video about this, and it just was shit. I was like, I can't, because I wasn't feeling it. But I took my daughter and her friends and stuff. It was a really good day out. Seen a few lads that I know there, obviously, as part of the proper community, what to call it. And I've got back some bargains, actually. One thing I've got purely to flip. I mean, I bought this and another game. I think Mario Party 9 on the Wii, and this for 12 quid. Luigi's Mansion on the Cube. I've got this, obviously, because they're all there. But at £6, which is basically what it was, and the Mario Party's gone into CEX for like 9-10 quid or whatever it was. So that's a duplicate. That might be going to a show. Shows coming up. Markets. I don't know if I talk about them. Maybe if I do another video after this, I might talk about them. You never know. You might get fucking lucky, eh? But yeah, that's all complete there. But the find of the show. This was 12 quid, and I said to the guy, I thought, I'll just try. I said, oh, you take a 10? He said, yeah. I'm on an hour about the case. I've just stuck it on the shelf. Not really doing anything with it, but it is Wipeout. But it's the fat or double case or double jewel case edition. Old Edward of the roller of the X-Core that got me into these. But yeah, it's all there. It's all got the manual and all that kind of shit. So the only failing is it has got a couple of cracks. Now ordinarily I'd swap that out, but it has got Left Field and Orbital Brothers sticker. So spoke to people before last year about this, and they reckon if you put a little bit of the label remover on it, but don't soak it like you would do if you want to take it off, but enough to loosen it, you can transplant it onto something else. I don't know. I might just leave it. It's see, that one there is actually cracked into the plastic, where that one there is just like a surface crack. If they were just both, I'd probably left it. I don't know. It's not a fucking deal breaker, but a tenner. So going back fucking couple of months now, thought I'm not going to leave that there. So yeah, but I tell you what, the old Comic Cons, Jesus Christ, I've never seen so many people crammed into one place. It was horrendous. Think if anyone's been to Doncaster and the market there, when the first sort of hour and that congestion, but it's that for like the whole day. And yeah, it's really great to walk around, see all the cosplayers, some of the females. They're very easy on the eye. And I just left McGill's. They took the friend each, so I let them just fucking go off, and I was just wandering around myself, drinking coffee and having a mooch. I say, just talking to a lot of the lads that are stalling out and stuff. So yeah, it was a really good day. It went really quick. But I'll probably go. We will be going again. I think there's one. Leicester way, and the Birmingham one's on again, I think end of March this year. So yeah, if you haven't been before, definitely worth it. It's all like pop fandom and all that kind of bit of everything. There were quite a lot of game sellers there, actually. I was a bit surprised, and I'll say I knew most of them as well. So going back to the games, Gordon Bennett. I'm getting confused of what I might have shown and what I've talked about. I'm pretty sure I haven't spoke about these. But going back to the Mega Drive, and again, I think I've showed these. Did I show you the sort of manual sleeve covers? I think I did. Well, it got me thinking about some of the other sets that I've got, like the Master System and the Gamecube. And I know Dunk, Wooly Weeble, has got some of these for the Cube. Because I think we've done a couple of trades for his duplicates that they've always come in these. So I couldn't find the exact ones, but for what I paid on these, man, it's from eBay, pittance. And they just keep things tidy. So I've got a load. I've done it. I mean, I did it, like I say, months back now. But the little, just the creepy plastic bags, just for your manuals. Just keeps them tidy, clean. I know Jay, I think Alex have got some, or they managed to get some when they bought some Super Nintendo titles and stuff like that. But these are basically cellophane wraps or cello wraps or cello wraps. If anyone's, if you're bothered, I'll put the link to the eBay that I bought them from. The size isn't perfect, as you can see. There's a little bit of space there, and obviously it doubles over across there. But you know, they're not like a massive snug fit. But you're paying pennies. I think if you were to Google sort of like Gamecube manual sleeves, you're probably paying like 10 quid for 30 or something daft like that. Where these, you get like a fucking 300 for a five or something, you know. And you can just do the whole collection, which is what I've done. And what it did enable me to do was actually go through the collection, and anything that wasn't really up to scratch, you know, maybe an insert's sort of faded, or you know, where the insert drops and the bottom gets a bit raggedy and stuff like that. So I've gone through literally all of the Gamecube stuff, and it's all in tip-top condition now. Got Peggy or UKV games, not Peggy because Peggy's the rating, so it should be that anyway. But all the UKV ones and stuff like that. So yeah, a bit of a sort of a stock take, an audit. Did an audit. That's the word. Did an audit of the old Cube and subsequently the Master System. Still a few to do on the Master System, because obviously the games they're slightly harder to find for the bits I'm after. I've just pulled a random one off the shelf, just to show you. So these, again, not a perfect fit. Got a couple of mil there, and you can sort of see it doesn't. But when you double it over, and it keeps the dirt off, especially these ones, because these are just paper, and they're really, it's kind of thin, flexy paper, and it just keeps it tidy. Keeps it tidy, keeps it clean, stops it getting, you know, any more rubbed or dog-eared, or the corners bending over any more than maybe it already had done. Yeah, so that's, you know, and again, that was an audit of the Master System collection. Went through all that. I'd say there's still probably a dozen or so titles that could do with, like, either, you know, an upgraded manual, or the insert needs an upgrade, or the cartridge, because some of the cartridge you get a bit of the edge rub on them. Just stuff like that, really. But that's all way before Christmas. I did all that. But what else have we done? Have we bought anything else, Stu? We've got some Switch titles, mainly in and around Christmas. These were bought for. Bagged this for the daughter for Christmas. Luigi's 3. I haven't played it. She's, you know, a massive Luigi's Mansion fan, so she's really loving that. I didn't pre-order it, so I didn't get the steel book. It was just fell at the wrong time. But I managed to bag that from, I think it was Curry's for like 35 quid. CX are selling it for like 48 and stuff, so I was like, phew. But speaking of CX, 2 from them. Bought this just before Christmas. I can't remember, I had some credit burning on my pocket. I think this was like 20 quid. The collection of mana. I did see this advertised. Yeah, so it's a collection of 3 of the mana games, essentially, as it suggests. See, the Final Fantasy Adventure, I didn't really look. Mystic Quest, I didn't realise that was a mana game. And then Secret Mana 1 and 2. There we go. Yet to really play it. Daughter's had a go at it. She's not. See, I'm more of a turn-based player. As obviously I played Mana as a kid on the SNES, and I know it's like an action adventure. So I got that with her in mind, because she prefers the Zelda type games. But I think Luigi's took over. And New Year purchase, again, I can't remember, I fired Summit into CEX to pay for like literally most of this, and it's Mario Party. Not a fan of this version at all. You have to use Joy-Cons. So if you've got like, so everyone's got a set of Joy-Cons, but say if you've got 2 Pro Pads, no, you have to have 4 Joy-Cons to play it, and they're not. I don't. Maybe it's my hands are too big or whatever, but man, they're too fucking small. We had the fun out of it. Don't get me wrong, but because they're like fucking tiny, trying to hold it with 2 thumbs, it's like, nah, didn't fit. It wasn't nowhere. Not a patch on the Wii games or or the Wii U one, because obviously with the Wii U one you can still use the nunchucks. They just felt better, and I think a lot of the mini games just seemed to be rehashes as well, so I don't think there's a great deal new in it per se, but I say it was good. It's shits and giggles, bit of a laugh at New Year. So other shit, got some other little pile of stuff. Not been to any booters. There have been indoor ones on, but I just not. I mean, you've seen it last year. Really went to very, very few. I'm not sure this year either. I'll see how it plays out. There's a lot going on. Still with the family and stuff. So we'll see. But anyway, some other stuff that I've managed to procure from sources. And one being from a good mate, Wasabi James, a gift. Now he sent me these. I think it was just before or just after, I can't remember, it was one or two. And he said it because obviously he was trying to force me to make, well, not force me, but trying to encourage me to make a video. So all the way from the land of the rising sun. Many thanks to James once more. 2, he said he's had these for months. 2 loose N64 titles, both sort of RPGs. I did write the names down here. Robot, what's this one? Because I knew what that one roughly was. This one I didn't know, so it's this one here, and that is called Robot Punkokoto something 64. But again, yeah, it's an RPG. And the other is Doraemon Nobita and the 3 Fairy Sprite Stones. And again, that's an RPG. So huge thanks to James. Me mate Wasabi James over there, living the life in Japan. We will be coming to see you. I've told you that. You know, things have to be put in place. Monies have to be saved. I stop buying shit, Stu. Maybe, hey, that might be a plan. But yeah, we'll see. Well, not we'll see. It will happen. My daughter's learning Japanese. She's obviously way clever. She's got a good look from me and a brains from her mum, must be. Charity shop find. Charity shop random. Mega Drive Action Replay. On the shelf, I thought, really? I'm guessing because it doesn't look like a game. It's got the instructions. I have got one of these. I don't think I've got the instructions with it. But yeah, I think that was £2. So I was like, okay. I'm not sure, because I know there was different revisions of this. This probably looks like the first one. Especially on the SNES, there was multiple revisions. I'm not sure about the Mega Drive. I'll have to check. Go back into the vaults outside and have a look. But yeah, £2. I have had a load of fails. I've got a pile of failures there from the charity shop. Some 360 stuff. Like £1 each or something. Less than £1. I'll show you. I'll show you all. I thought I'll have a punt. Dead Rising 2. I said these are all £1. I think it's probably £1. The fails anyway. Diablo 3. The arse really. I mean, I remember them when that was like £8-9. Resident Evil 6. No. Resident Evil 4. No. Probably what it's worth. This one. Not sure if Lewis, Wishwash, or Scott, or Eddie are interested in this one. I see it there. It's £1 again. So I thought, wow. I mean, I wouldn't have probably looked twice at just the normal game, but it's the Dishonored Special Edition. It has got the card deck in it. So I don't know if any of you boys, I know you're all into your 360 and stuff now, but fucking hell, man. Talk about, I mean, I knew the prices weren't great, but I remember at one point that wasn't a bad purchase, and Diablo. But fucking hell, massive fails, massive. Not massive, but you know what I mean. It's like, shit. So yeah, if anybody's interested, I mean, I don't suppose anybody's interested in either 360 games. Maybe Dishonored, like I say, Scott, Eddie, or Lewis. I think probably Lewis has probably got that anyway. What hasn't he got? And then anyway, other shit that we've bought. Not a great deal. A little bit of CEX, and I purchased a fellow tuber, and that's it. We're done. So first up, from a fellow tuber, a good friend, Scott Brand, Sega Zombie. Yeah. What did he message me? Oh, that was right. I don't know where he's got this contact from. I don't know who he is. He won't reveal a source. But he's managed to acquire the Sega version of this, so he's looking to move this one on. And bless him, man. He basically charged me what he paid for it, and I was like, yeah, I'll have it. Again, before Christmas, definitely before. God, it might have been beginning of November. So long it's been. Winds of Thunder on the mighty PC Engine. All the way from Scott Brown, Sega Zombie, fellow admin Retro Round. So yeah, a bit of a shooter, shmup, with spine card, or as my mate Daz would say, Kadij, spine Kadij. Daz flying the flag for the community, the banner. The community is dead. YouTube is fucking dead, man, I'm telling you. It's full of fucking scumbags and rip-off merchants trying to fucking sell you their content. Fucking more entertainment, fucking playing tiddlywinks. Should be free. Do it because you love it. Yeah, I am kind of looking out for Gates of Thunder. Not as expensive as I probably thought it would be on the PC Engine. I think this is the more expensive one of the two. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've looked at in terms of price points and stuff. But yeah, so another one to the mighty PC Engine collection. I'd stick it with shooters, shmups, shooters. Not one CX, this one CX boxed. I think the price on this has gone up. I actually just realised, look at this, this is not the right case, and it needs a case swap anyway because it's got that weird dull sort of rub to it, which a lot of these, it's PlayStation, these are both PlayStation 1 games now, and it is the Raiden Project. Can you see that? Can you see that? It's an Ocean title, Mr. Bad's Games. You must have this. Yeah, all right, you know, but it's got, you can't tell, but it looks really. You might be able to see it there. See, like the plastic, where it just looks like someone's gone over it, sandpaper. But it is the wrong one because there's like a logo there and a sticker, so it should just be a plain fronted one because it is number 51 as well. So a really early release. Come on, you bastard. There you go. Done. All right condition. Bit of scroll on the insert there. I'm not too fussed on that. You can't see that. A big chunky manual. But yeah, I'd say I need to swap the case for one that's not got the hologram. It's a hologramless copy. But yeah, Raiden, tomato, potato. And then one that I got from Facebook on Retro Round. Can't remember which chat, again, fucking months back now. He was trying to sell these off. He just literally put a random picture up there. Nothing in terms of the condition. So it has it got the manual. He had to go back to work to find. I can't remember now, but it didn't end up having the manual. Since sourced the manual for it anyway. and what I've paid all in is way less than what it goes for complete, which it now is, in really good condition, and that's Ray Crisis by Taito, for them that don't know. So I didn't know how to, I think I've told you this story before, I always called it Taito, and it's Gray from Consoletronics. He says no, it's Taito, and the way I always remember it now is the way he said it. If you're going to say it, think tie and then your toe, so you do it in order as you work down your body. A bit like when you do the sign of the cross, you know, spectacles, wallet, spectacles, testicles, wallet and watch, or so, I can't remember it. There's a certain way of doing it, but that's how I always remember Taito now. It is Taito, it's not Tato. Someone else says a weird thing. I think Eddie, what fucking company does Eddie say a weird name? Is it Konami? Does he call it? He calls it something weird. I can't think now. Every time he says it, I'm like, he's saying it wrong. I never correct him. But yeah, it's all complete. Really nice condition actually. So another shooter to add to the fucking ever-growing PlayStation 1 collection. What was I going to say about this? I think it's from the arcade game. You know, when it comes to shooters and shit like that, it's not really, it never really used to be my thing, especially as a kid in the arcades, because fucking money would go straight. A bit like pinball. You never played pinball as a kid either, because you waste your 10p. And I've known a lot of people have said this, as you get older, I think Dave might mention this as well, Retro Dave, it's less about the completing the game, it's more about the points chasing, and I think that probably appeals to people as you get older. You know, you sort of points chasing on games and scores, and I think that's where the shooters really fall into line. Because as a kid, you'd just fucking get blown to smithereens, wouldn't you? Let's be honest. But as an adult, I think you can appreciate it more. Again, like I say, a bit like pinball. But that's it, guys. And we're back. Well, I'm back as much as I'm going to be back. We'll see how it goes. Many thanks to those that reached out and asked, you know, am I okay and what's going on, and them that have badgered me, sort of saying get back on the tubes and stuff. So I'm here now. I've cleansed myself of the bullshit, so to speak, and we'll see how we get on. You know, it is what it is, and we move on. We move on. My room looks like a fucking shit tip. Don't know if you can see. Look, all from Christmas, boxes and boxes and boxes of shit, because it's all been dumped in here as well. That was probably another sort of reason that I can't be bothered to move after this. I've managed to create like a little corridor that I can sit in, but yeah, I've fucking boxes of Lego. Look at this. Look at this. Look, fucking boxes and boxes of Lego and shit. Oh, there's some more stuff down there. I forgot. I'll fucking show that next time. Just ram-packed. Just comes a dumping ground. So that is not conducive for making a video, because it's the ball ache of sorting it all out. But I thought, you know what? To come back, it's a bit, you know, a bit nice and bright. Not too dull and dark and dingy. And take it easy, YouTube. And I'll speak to you again soon. Bye bye.